Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Shay, your local numerologist. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this video. Make sure you are subscribed to my other channels, Queen Spirit 1126 and Answers by Queen Spirit. Alright, so I'm going to pick one more card and we're going to see what number we got going on here. So already we got one blue and three pinks. Okay, so we got a 4-digit number here, 1739. All right, so we have the 3 in reverse here, which is giving me that communication is stress, right? The way that you communicate with the people that you care about, people in your life, people around you, that is stress. Maybe you don't know what to say, maybe you don't know how to say it, something like that. All right, so let's go ahead and add up these numbers. We have an 8 plus we have a 3, which is 11, plus we have a 9, which is 20. So this whole number comes to 20. The number 11 is also standing out to me just because you know how I do the math. So the overall number here is 2, right? And since we don't have a 2 on the board, I can't help but to think 2 is what you are missing. You don't understand the union and the connection I'm getting between you and this person or this group. You don't really understand how you all are connected, which is why I'm getting a bunch of odd numbers here, right? Like in elementary school, you know, back when I was in elementary school in the 90s. Man, that shit was so long ago. When I was learning math and all of that, odd numbers and even numbers, it was always that odd numbers don't have a partner, right? Even numbers always have somebody to link up with. And these numbers coming to a 2 is really screaming to me that there is some connection that has been lost, right? And it's like you are trying, right? What I'm getting is that, okay, this is you. And I feel like you're almost always feeling like the oddball out. So this is you being the oddball out, trying, reassessing what you're doing. And then when you communicate how you feel or what you want or things like that, it's always back to the drawing board. It's always, nobody understands. It's always like, man, one thing about the number 9 is that 9 is the end of a cycle. But the issue with 9 is that it never takes you out of that cycle. No matter how many times you add 9 up, you're going to be stuck in that same damn cycle. And that's what I feel here. It's just too much, right? It's too much. We want to move out of the cycle. We want to move from 1 to 10, you know, not 1 to 9 and then back to 1. Which technically, you know. Let's pick some trinkets. I have some trinkets here for our 1. We got a star. We got a star. We got the number 5 here. Interesting. We have a fan here. Okay. So we got, I don't know why, but I have 2 right now. We have the seahorse and we have a little leaf, a little bitty leaf. Now, the seahorse is good luck with family and all of that. Seahorse also means family, good luck. And then we have a small leaf here, which is telling me you don't have to do much. But with the fan here, I'm getting when you speak and when you go into these things with your family, friends, siblings, the neighborhood, whatever the case may be, it's almost like you're fanning the flames of the fire. And I'm getting that's because you are too critical of yourself, right? It feels like to me that the reason why you get stuck in a cycle and you continuously try to communicate how you feel is because you need to change the way that you look at yourself. It's almost like, okay, perspective of me needs to change because you don't have to be accepted and people don't have to understand you. And as long as you try to force your will on people who willfully misunderstand you or mistreat you, you'll be stuck in this energy of not really feeling like you have all your power. Stuck in this energy of feeling hurt and feeling harmed. And I feel that heavy. It's like you need to find a different group of people. You need to find and get with some people who really believe in you, some people who will support you. Because what I get is that you are not supported and you're constantly trying to make it so that you are. Okay. So we have 20, right? And we have this 3, which is a stressed number. So if you subtract 3 from the 20, right, you get this number 17. So 17 is the number of the star. 17, the star energy represents hope and renewal. 8 is the number, and that's 1 plus 7, if you ain't got it, is the number of karma and karmatic events, infinity. What goes around comes around, right? There's nothing ever lost in this. So it's like that energy, because you don't really have the faith in yourself that you want other people to have. They're not gonna see it. And so the problem is that you need to change the perspective of yourself. You are enough. You have enough. You know enough. Your past does not define you. You could do things today that will change your will, your destiny into the future. And what I get is that the first change you need to make is how you look at yourself, how you view yourself, how much faith you have in yourself. And right now you are lacking faith within. All right, let's pull some playing cards. We're pulling for 1. All right, so we got 9 of Swords coming out. Okay, so Spirit is like, release some anxiety. Release the things that no longer serve you. I do get a vibe of feeling very defeated right now. Very, very defeated. And this need to go into meditation. So there's an answer for you in meditation. Your guides are waiting for you. They do want you to have something better. They want you to have something different. They want you to have more faith in yourself. And if you can't get words of encouragement on the outside, then you need to go within to find them. The 7, Spirit. Oh. Ace of Cups. And that cup is in reverse, right? So this is a lack of empathy for yourself. You guys really need to take some time out to take a census, right, of who really loves you and how you really love yourself and what is love. And love is something different for all of us because we all have different love languages. But you can't subscribe to what society says love is, because that's just not how it works. Because love for one person is different than love for somebody else. We all require different things, and you need to make sure that you are expressing that. And if somebody doesn't care to love you the way that you want to be loved, then you have to remove your love from them. Love is a reciprocal energy. I stand by that. I fucking stand by that. So if you are pouring out your love, pouring out your emotions to somebody else, and they're not giving it back, that's not love. Period. It's just not. It's just not. It's you need to find a way to care for them from a distance, right? Because as long as you're pouring out everything, you're gonna end up with an empty cup. And that's what's been happening. Feeling drained emotionally, physically, because you're not giving enough to yourself, and you give yourself away to other people and you're not receiving that love back. So learn how to love yourself more, meditate, self-care. And self-care is everything from what you are mentally saying to yourself. I feel like I haven't said that in a while. When you are in a position of not feeling good about yourself, you really have to watch the words that you say to you, right? And sometimes you have to combat that energy I'm not talking about toxic positivity, but a lot of times we go into beating ourselves up. So a good rule of thumb, if you wouldn't say it to somebody else, if you feel like it would be rude or mean to say to somebody else, don't say it to yourself. Don't call yourself stupid. Don't call yourself dumb. Don't tell yourself that you don't know things. Don't speak to yourself like that, okay? So let's get into this 3. I don't know the words. I'm never gonna have it. I'm never gonna do it. Stop using that type of language with yourself. And so this 3 is coming out now as some negative self-talk. This is like it has been about you all along. 3, we have the Knight of Cups. You know what? Okay, and we have the Ace of Swords at the bottom. All right, the Ace of Swords is a liar, right? The Knight of Cups can be what I'm getting right now with the Knight of Cups is kind of like this love bombing energy. So you need to love bomb yourself, right? Until it feels good, until it feels right. Look yourself in the mirror every day. I love you. You are beautiful or handsome. You are successful. Like, you got this. Like, again, you need to spend more time encouraging yourself out loud, believing in yourself out loud. Because if you don't believe in you, nobody else is going to believe in you either. And a lot of people don't understand that. You give off the energy of yourself to other people, and that's what they're going to go with. And if they're not going with it, so let's say, hey, I'm going to be successful, I'm working hard, and this person doesn't believe in you, then you need to move away from them. Move towards somebody who does believe in you. Find your crowd out there. Don't believe that whoever or whatever the situation is the end all be all, because it's just not. Let's go with this 9. Okay, so we have the 2 of Swords. All right, so 2 of Swords is really giving me not being seen, not seeing something. And this is something about you, right? So put more love into yourself. You just really got to love yourself more. You got to understand that just because you're going through a hard time, or somebody used you, or you didn't hit this goal, or whatever the case may be, that it's not defining. It's not the defining moment of your life, right? We all go through tough times, and they are meant to make us stronger and prepare us for our success, right? Because if you don't ever fail, if things don't ever go wrong, when you get to the successful point of life, you might lose everything because you're not paying attention to known pitfalls, right? The pitfalls that you've had before. So let's get into a message from your angel guides. What message do you have, Spirit, for those seeing 1739? What message do you have for those seeing 1739? Vulnerability and freedom. Okay, and I'm going to say again, this is vulnerability to yourself. Finding vulnerability for the right people. Making sure that you... One thing about vulnerability, right? It is something that allows other people to come in, other things and energy to come in. Vulnerability is a water energy. It's a feminine energy. But we have vulnerability and freedom. If you don't allow yourself to be vulnerable sometimes, then you will feel trapped in a box, right? Like, oh, I can't cry. Oh, I can't express this, or I can't express that. And a lot of you have been non-expressive to yourself. You haven't accepted, some of the pain that you felt in life so that you can move on from it, right? And that's why I talk about toxic positivity, because you can't just overrun when somebody used you, abused you. You can't just be like, oh yeah, that was all them. Like, no. You don't need to be extra hard on yourself, but you do have to come to terms with, hey, that happened. It's never going to happen again, but it did happen. And now I know the signs. Now I know why it happened. so that you are able to open yourself up again, right? Because if you don't know why something failed, it can be scary to go through again and be like, okay, I don't know why it failed, but I'm going to try again. You get what I'm saying? So let's keep going. We have the Queen of Cups right at the bottom, the mother of intuition and caring and nurturing. Okay? So the Queen of Cups is also very loved. So I feel like Spirit is saying you are very loved right now. Like, don't doubt that. Do not doubt that. So we have the Prince of Wands and we have Judgment, which is 20, which is this number up here. So overall, all in all, karma's gonna win, right? Karma's gonna win. And even if you see this, this swan is looking at a reflection of themselves. Karma's gonna win. You need to focus on your own karma. You need to focus on what it is that you can do, right? One thing about the Prince of Wands is that Prince of Wands wants to be a hero, right? Prince of Wands wants to kind of, I don't know why I want to say be delightful, to kind of like show the way. And so it's time for you to show yourself the way. Do some meditation, connect with your spirit guides, and take the blinders off in your life and realize what a fantastic person you actually are. That's all I have for 1739. Like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you next time.